Hey guys, I'm Sundergirl49 and welcome to the final episode of Fire Emblem Three Houses Azure Moon. So, we finally made it to Enmore. And we're gonna defeat Hegemon Edelgard.
Edelgard must be in the throne room. I would love nothing more than to charge in and settle this once and for all. But we must be mindful of the surrounding forces.
Yes, Dimitri's right. We need to be mindful.
Strange. The mages don't seem to be wearing their usual Imperial uniforms.
We cannot allow our grand ambition to be stopped by these beasts.
Because that's not actually an Imperial soldier, that's an Agarthan soldier, my son.
Ready when you are. My duty is your death.
Yeah, this is Apex of the World. An arrangement of the main theme, The Edge of Dawn.
Witness my power.
Isn't that what Edelgard said during the pre-time skip?
Not mark my effort?
Reassuring. Guide me well.
What's my strategy?
Leave it to me. My orders? Put me in there. Oh, yeah.
At your service. Let's clean up. Why not?
Leave it to me. It's time to retreat. I cannot afford to fall here.
Another victory. Mastery is within my grasp. Ready when you are. At your service.
Yeah. Leave it to me.
Next try. I shall not stray. For now, I'll revel in my achievement. What's my strategy? Sally forth!
Leave it to me.
Put me in there.
Not what I was hoping for.
Won that bet. My arms can't get much bigger.
I aim for greatness.
Dimitri.
Have my support.
We must destroy you now. Saw it coming. I took it too far. I must retreat for now.
Tremble before me. Did the goddess not mark me? All is going to plan. That shall do nicely. I'm getting used to this. Keep your expectations in check. I'm glad I can count on you. This could turn the tides.
I sense an improvement. Still a long way to go.
Excuse me.
Still in it.
You shall be obliterated. I will take you out so fast you will not have a chance to lament.
Too close.
Where did that attack come from? We do not find out. We have no chance of avoiding it.
We're in danger. Advance with caution. I think not.
Gotta use your head sometimes.
It is done. Onward. Tis no shame in falling before me.
Can't pull back yet.
Leave it to me.
Okay, what? Where exactly is that tap coming from? Even I can't find out.
No, the time cannot leave now. There is so much yet to accomplish. I have a house to restore. I must go back. Please be safe.
That was fun to watch.
I shall not stray.
That's gotta hurt. My arms can't get much bigger.
Watch and learn.
So, if she is prepared to transform her very body to fight for this future of hers, so that grotesque creature was Edelgard. And I have no choice but to defeat her, even if it costs me my life. We must defend the present. After all, it is all that we truly have.
Another victory.
These fools are caught up in the sacrifices at hand and cannot see the future ramifications at stake. We must bury them. We must trample the past underfoot and move onward to a brighter tomorrow.
Too slow. Next try. Too slow. For now, I'll revel in my achievement. This could turn the tides. There is still room for improvement. Not quite. I aim for greatness.
Reinforcements from the lower levels. Will they ever stop coming?
We can't let this fight drag on. Get control of the stairwells. Block the enemy's entry point.
Oh, yeah. Wasn't that bad? Amazing what a little bloodshed can do. Sorry it's gotta be like this. Did it again.
Guide me well.
Brute force will cut it. This round may be over, but I'll get you next time.
Next try.
Facing you, I grow weak.
Oh, that's too sad to hear. Like, even though she became a monster to achieve her own goals, like, Edelgard still had some feelings for Violet. Say what you will, but that quote was actually really sad.
Too slow.
That's all.
Forgive me. My battle ends here. Next try.
You defeat me? Left.
Feels good to fight for a cause.
Lament your weakness. Destiny unfurls. Have I earned no reprieve?
Think this through.
I cannot allow myself to fall here. My role is too important.
Missed. Thinning their numbers. Missed.
Guide me well.
Why not? Watch and learn. It's over. Too slow.
You knew it would end as such. Is that it?
It won't be in vain.
Lament your weakness.
Next try. Watch and learn. What's my strategy? Why not? Let's clean up. Feels good to fight for a cause. I feel weak. Watch and learn. Not quite. Next try. Prepare yourself. It is done. Onward. I may not survive.
Okay, excuse me about that. My mom just came in. Anyway, let's continue. Oh, finally! Man, that was fucking pain.
Edelgard, it is over.
I was the MVP of this last battle. Okay, when Edelgard gave her dagger back to him, she was not actually trying to kill him. Rather the thing she wanted was for Dimitri to walk his own future. And that he needs to kill her so that she won't get in his way. I mean, Dimitri gave that dagger to Edelgard because, like, he wanted her to cut a path she wanted. Don't look back, Dimitri. Well, we finally did it. We defeated Edelgard.
A rising flame was alight as the flow of time carved a new history for Fodlan. The long reign of the Adrestian Empire finally met its end when the imperial capital, the city of Enbar, collapsed. After 5.5 years of war, a new age was set to begin. With Fodlan united as the Holy Kingdom of Fargus, Archbishop Rhea, still weak from her imprisonment, stepped down from her position. The Church of Seros began to take the needed steps to reorganize. Prince Dimitri formally ascended the throne, beginning his reign as the king of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus, which now included
Which
former
means he should be
alliance
called
and
King
imperial
Dimitri now.
territories. Texts from the time claimed the one who guided the king as he sought to create a world free from oppression became the new Archbishop of the Church of Seros.
And that's Violet. Yes. She has become the new Archbishop of the Church of Seros. Pick up the finally completed Azure Moon. But there's one more thing that we need to see.
Come now, my friend. You must stop staying up so late. Tomorrow is yet another early morning. Then again, I know that matters little. You cannot sleep, can you? Neither can I, of course. I want you to know I am sorry for making you do so much when your battle wounds aren't even completely healed yet.
And what of yours?
Do not worry about me. My shoulder has healed nicely. I still have some numbness in my hand, but it should not hinder me too much.
You say it's not gonna hinder you too much, but also it is gonna hinder you too much. Because, like, Edelgard threw her dagger towards his shoulder.
It is a lovely night, is it not? How many years has it been since I was kept awake by hopes for the future, rather than by nightmares of the past?
Nightmares?
I have had the same nightmare for 9 long years. A nightmare in which I am constantly tormented by those who have died. They ask me why I have not avenged them. Why I got to live, yet they had to die. No matter how many corpses I piled up for them, in the end, their voices only grew louder. Voices loathing me, calling out to me. Their inescapable death cries ringing in my ears, clinging to my soul. Even now, I can always hear them. I am certain I will be hearing them until the day I die, but I will not cover my ears. I will go on living, and their voices will serve as a warning, as a king, and as a wretch who claimed countless lives. I will build a kingdom where the people can live in peace. I am sure she would laugh and call such talk foolish, but I wish to change this world in my own way.
Does he mean Edelgard by she?
Well, Your Grace, things will be busy from now on. Our first order of business is tomorrow's coronation. Once a professor and student, now an archbishop and a king. How very far we have come.
Only our titles have changed.
That is true. To me, you will always be the one who guided me so kindly. My ally through all. My beloved, yes, my beloved.
Dimitri.
Listen, there is something I wish to give you before the coronation. Give me your hand. Please, I beg of you, say something. If you do not wish to accept it, please, just tell me. If so, I will face the truth and walk away.
That's not it at all. Because I got a ring for you.
What is this?
I love you, Dimitri. Marry me.
Yes, I see. Right. In that case, let us exchange them, shall we? Your hands. Now that I hold them within my own, I see how small and fragile they are. These hands that have saved me countless times. Thank you, my beloved. Your kind, warm hands. May they cling to my own forevermore.
Alright, so we have the battle data. And it shows all the MVPs of the chapters. And yeah, after that there are also like paired endings. You can see any of the endings of the characters, whether you pair them or not. Okay. Soon after the war, Lawrence assumed leadership over House Gloucester and helped govern England as a representative of the Old Alliance Lords. His political talent yielded revolutionary policy changes, many of which were of particular benefit to the common folk. Once all the fighting had come to an end, Alois officially took up the position of captain of the Knights of Theros. In this capacity, he was much beloved. The Knights became more unified than ever under his command. It is said that their accomplishments during his tenure were beyond even what Gerald's troop had achieved. honest business savvy proved to be a great asset in the post-war reconstruction of Garamok. Once the restoration was complete, she disappeared from the area entirely. The tales of a mysterious merchant were passed down in every corner of the world for centuries to come. Some say she continues her travels even to this day, eternally peddling her wares, ever in search of the next lucrative opportunity. So Voldland had changed. Hahnemann's goal remained unwavering, to determine the workings of the crest and to do away with the inequality caused by them. To that end, his research resulted in magical tools that can be used even without the aid of crests. This proved to be yet another worthwhile discovery by the father of crestology. As a loyal vassal, Dudu dedicated his life to supporting King Dimitri through his entire reign. After tending to his liege on his deathbed, Dudu resumed his post at Dimitri's grave on the edge of Vortigern. There, it is said, he stood sentinel over the peaceful realm he had helped build until the end of his days. Petra returned to her homeland of Bridget and inherited the throne from her grandfather. As ruler, she declared independence from Poland and renegotiated Bridget's diplomatic ties on more equal terms. Some years later, the Church of Saros expanded to its reach to Nouveau, a town in western Poland. The price sent to this new church for the purpose of keeping up relations with Bridget was none other than Cyril. He and Petra met frequently, first for public relations, then for private reasons. They fell in love and were ultimately wed. It is said that their union served as a symbol for the friendly ties between the two countries for the rest of their whole lives. After the war, Linhart and Caspar abandoned their noble houses to pursue a carefree journey wandering the world. They traveled to every corner of Poland and even ventured abroad now and again. Caspar had gone into trouble at every turn of the travels, but Linhart was always there, begrudgingly, to get him out of it. The records of their adventures were immortalized in a book by an anonymous author entitled The Thousand Roads and Seven Seas. It is said that they did eventually settle down after the events in those stories, but where they actually went is unknown. Raphael returned to his hometown to serve his liege lord as a knight, spent his spare time helping out at the inn that his family had opened during his time away. He was compelled to give up knighthood and manage the inn full-time. However, when his sister Maya suddenly declared her ambition to become an artist and vanished. Years later, when she finally returned, she did so in the company of another artist, her husband Ignaz. With cheerful support from Raphael's family, Ignaz and his wife rose to prominence and, with their unique style, set the artistic paradigm in Poland for a generation. Bernadette's struggle with anxiety made it difficult for her to take over as the head of House Barley. She became so overwhelmed that when Yuri chased to visit her domain, she literally grabbed hold of him and refused to let go. Baffling as it was for Yuri at the time, this peculiar state of affairs eventually led to marriage. The common folk were initially perplexed, but over the years, they became grateful for Count Barley's surprising husband. His presence kept her calm and allowed her to deal with her people more frequently and easily. As a result, her talent for governance blossomed and her role was widely celebrated. Gustav discarded the name of Gilbert and reaffirmed his oath of fealty to King Dimitri and the royal family. After returning to Vortigern, he reunited with his wife, who had returned to live with Baron Dominic, and his beloved daughter Annette, who had begun teaching at a capital school of sorcery. So it was initially an awkward reunion. Over time, the family rekindled their love for one another. As the shadow of war receded from the kingdom, the three spent their days happily making up for the lost time. After quitting the Knights of Saros, Catherine and Shamir set out on a lifelong journey together. The pair were inseparable as they traveled across Poland and eventually wound up in Shamir's homeland of Dagda. They faced many hardships on their adventures, some of which were self-inflicted, as the duo had a way of sticking their noses into others' business in their efforts to right wrongs. It is said, however, that no foe they encountered ever proved a match for the combined minds of Shamir's marksmanship and Catherine's thunderbrand. After the war, Ash was formally knighted and appointed the new head of House Gaspard, which had no successors. The young and inexperienced lord faced a great deal of difficulty in governing, until his court was blessed with a new advisor in Marianne. Using skills imparted to her by her adopted father, Marianne helped Ash to solidify his position. As the prosperity of Gaspard territory grew, so did the love between them, and soon Margaret Edmund saw fit to bless the couple's happy marriage. Years later, Ash asked Marianne what made her choose to help him in the first place. She simply smiled, and that she decided to make supporting him her dream. Shortly after the war, Happy and Balthus disappeared. Their absence from the world stage was not lasting, however, as before long they emerged as the leaders of an elite band of mercenaries. The Grove traveled all over Voldland, helping those in need, with a noted specialty in handling monsters. It is said that these mercenaries lived raucously, laughing often, and that not a single sight of discontent was ever heard. Sometime later, when those who slither in the dark threatened Voldland, it is rumored that these mercenaries were instrumental in dealing with them. After more than 10 proposals, Dorothea finally relented and agreed to marry Sylvain. Together they inherited Gautier territory. With the support of his wife's council, the new Margrave Gautier was able to improve relations with the Shred people, and thereby convinced the local nobles that the relics and crest urn were no longer an absolute requirement for survival. Due to their efforts, they went down in history as an extraordinary lord and lady. It is said that what finally convinced Dorothea to marry Sylvain was his promise that they would grow old happily together, and that he was true to his word. After the war, Constance and Mercedes traveled together to the school sorcery in Verdiad. There they immersed themselves in magical research and, with the help of their friends and all the school's resources, made one astonishing discovery after another. Their considerable achievements led to the revitalization of both House Nouvelle and House Martreats. The pair grew increasingly close over the years, so that as time wore on, they became less like friends and more like family. It is said that years later, each began to speak of the other as if she were a dear sister. While Flame disappeared soon after the war, Stedet stayed at the monastery and worked to restore the authority of the Church of Saros. Doing away with his own strictness, he adopted a tolerant stance toward all, encouraged his followers to do the same. When he was satisfied that the message was received, he vanished from the monastery. Several centuries later, a man and a woman in ancient attire emerged to a Voldland that had drastically changed. When she asked the man beside her if it would be alright in this new era to call him father, he said that perhaps it would be better to remain on the safe side. After the war, Felix inherited the title of Duke Foltarius from his late father Rodrigue. He married Ingrid, the daughter of Count Galatea, and the couple spared no expense restoring both their territories, paying special attention to Galatea's desperate need for food and funds. Some years later, there was an attack on the castle town, and the Duke lost use of his sword arm from an injury sustained protecting his wife. It is said that he never regretted it, as he was only fulfilling a promise he made to his beloved wife a long time ago. Paired with the end of the war, the joyous marriage of Jaina, the newly appointed archbishop, and Dimitri, the newly crowned king of Argus, gave the people of Voldland much to celebrate. The two were devoted into improving life for the people and to seeking greater wisdom in order to reform the government and the church from the inside out. As leaders of church and state, respectively, at times they engaged in heated debate. Even still, when enjoying a long horse ride of a quiet evening, they were not, as the world saw them, but rather two adoring spouses desperately in love. They remained as such for the rest of their days. I was actually tired to read all that. Okay, now here comes the credits. The Edge of Dawn. I don't know if I already said this, but the Edge of Dawn is apparently Edelgard's theme, because like the lyrics are from Edelgard's perspective. I mean, the Japanese name for the Edge of Dawn is Girl Lady of Harassbelg.
Reach for my hand, I'll soar away into the dawn. No, I wish I could stay here in cherished halls, in peaceful days. I fear the edge of dawn, knowing time betrays.
And considering how the vocal version of the Edge of Dawn doesn't play in Crimson Flower, which is Edelgard's route, so yeah. I will be showing that off when I play Crimson Flower. Okay, for my next route, it's gonna be Burn and Wind, which is Claude's route. And after that, I'm gonna be playing Crimson Flower. But then I also have to cover Cinder Shadows, which is the DLC story, because I promised to do so after I complete all the 3 routes. Oh crap, my phone battery's gonna die. Hold on, I'll be right back.